From Somatic Movement and Mindset, I bring you Soma Seeds, a mindful offering, scattering seeds for your mind and body, helping you pause, reset, and feel centered. Hello and welcome back. So this is Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast, but today is a mini episode, and I'm calling these little mini episodes in between the big podcast episodes Soma Seeds. So I'm just scattering a few little Soma Seeds around within the Total Somatics YouTube channel and the Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast platform, so that you just have an extra little bit of information to go with and think about during your day. So what I want to do is talk today about small but mighty movements. And so really let's consider this, that tiny movements, sometimes you may feel are a bit insignificant, but actually what they're doing is working towards the root cause of what your issue is. And we're getting down to this root level within your nervous system. Because remember, if you have a lot of pain, you can't move huge depths or lengths with your limbs. And this is why I want this little Soma seed to be something that I'd love you to consider and share with anyone else that you know this resonates with. Because this headspace that we've got to make everything big and elaborate is not true. It's really powerful when we make our movements micro. Because what happens is they allow us to bypass any compensatory movement patterns that we've created through tension and tightness. And when we make our movements slow and really small, we are reconnecting this mind and body relationship, which can often get lost when we're under a lot of stress and we are suffering with a lot of pain. So, for example, in clinical somatic movements, I'm always talking about moving your shoulders within total somatics. So when we consider clinical somatic movement and pandiculation, when we just move your shoulders, just like micro movements, so just like millimeters really, what we can do is access deeper levels of tension that you didn't even realize you had. Because again, when we do bigger movements, we are overcompensating for areas that have been really rigid, and we can over effort. And I've mentioned before, I see it a lot when we have people with a lot of hip tension and tightness, they will use their lower back to propel and flick their leg forward rather than using that overall functional biomechanical effect. They will just propel their legs and flick them forward by using momentum through their lower back. And then they wonder why they get a lot of lower back problems as well as their hip issues. So again, when we start making our movements slower in our practice, it gives us a deeper understanding of what's happening elsewhere, and we start to learn our movement patterns and what we've been doing that have caused us to feel the pain that we have today. So that's why making small movements often leads to bigger steps of progress long term. And that's what I want you to take away with this Soma seed today, is that big changes start with small movements. And again, having that awareness to what we're doing. So again, just scattering that Soma seed, just remember that making something small is really powerful, because as soon as you do a small contraction within that muscle, you are lighting up your sensory and motor cortex, the sensory and motor parts of your brain. Those are the areas of your brain that sense and feel and create movement. So a little micro movement, a little small contraction of your muscle is enough to jumpstart, wake up your brain, because it's been in a bit of a slumber because of pain and tension and tightness. And then we can gently, in a very nurturing, kind way, start to make results and make changes with your movement patterns, reduce your pain, improve your posture, increase your mobility, and develop total somatic mindfulness to everything that you're doing throughout your day. So just that little Soma seed, scattering it out there to you wherever you're listening to this. And until next time, I'm just sending you all my love, all my very best wishes. Take care. Bye. Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and also forward this on to somebody you know will benefit. To learn more about pain relief, plus how to improve your health and well-being, go to totalsomatics.com. Until next time, take care.